Hey everybody, welcome back to Deep Space. My name's Ben, I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor, and Deep Space is just a place that I've created to talk about stuff that matters, talk about the deeper things as a counselor, digging into the heart of life a lot with people. And so I just thought I would make something here that to do a different version of that. So I'm glad you found it. Welcome. And for those of you who, my friends and my family and my clients, hi guys, love you, so good to see you. But anyway, so this is kind of weird. I don't live in crisis very much, but it's actually been the second in 2-3 weeks time that I've been coming doing these videos with a really heavy heart, but a totally different thing. This time it has to do with our family dogs. We had an incident where they got out and somebody got bit, and it was weird circumstances, and so they have to be at the vet in quarantine for 10 days. So we just got back a little bit ago from going and visiting them, and it's just really hard to separate and to be away from them and to leave them there. They're crying, and we love our dogs like family. So kind of a heavy heart for me, but it actually kind of fits into what today's video is about anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and make it even if I'm kind of a little down while I do. So today's video is about us. It's kind of I'm thinking of it sort of like pro tip for a way to help your relationships to be closer and to be healthier. It comes from the world of attachment. Attachment's a huge part of what I do. It's kind of one of the best things in the world of mental health psychology right now. It's really good research that's showing that it matters a lot. And basically what it's about is just your relationships, how you connect with each other, how you connect with the people who help you work your way through the hard things in life, and how you depend on them and how they depend on you, and that bond that you have. And the quality of that goes a long way in determining how you feel about yourself as an adult, how you feel about yourself as a kid, throughout life, how you feel about you, and then how you feel about the rest of the world, how you feel about other people. And it's kind of crazy. It's a big deal how much of a big deal that is, and how much of an impact that has on our overall just well-being in life. So today I just thought we'd talk about just a really small thing that you can do, kind of a tip for you. Usually this is sort of an expression of healthy attachment. A lot of you probably do this naturally, and it might just be affirmation that, hey, good stuff, you're on the right track. But this a small adjustment that you can make in your relationships that can really be helpful in helping them speak directly to that attachment, that bond that's being laid, and a way to help make that stronger. So, and I'll probably make a video at some point just about like attachment in general, and like what it all means, and what it means to me, and how I use it in my sessions, and how it could be helpful for you in understanding yourself and what makes you the way that you are, and feel the way that you feel, and all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. But today's video is about a really small part of it, just a kind of a little thing. So anyway, enough rambling, let's get to it. So one thing that's really cool for my family, and it's a really important thing for us, and it comes out of attachment, and it helps to facilitate attachment. It's something that we call, we don't call it this with our family, but just for you and me as we're thinking about it, separation and reunion rituals. So attachment is all about knowing that you matter. It's about the quality of the relationship that you have, telling you and showing your heart, and showing growing a sense of self within you, showing you that you matter, that you're important, that you're valuable, that you're worth loving, that you're worth connecting to. And it really helps with like self-esteem versus insecurity. It's a big part of what helps us feel secure, like securely attached in our lives in general. So a cool way to do that is with these separation and reunion rituals. A way to think about it, something to just try, just keep an eye on in your life a bit, and recognize, like, just watch how you do this and see if there's something that maybe you could adjust in it. But what it basically is every time that you're with the people that you love, and you're going to separate, so somebody's leaving, connect at that point. Find a minute, just 20 seconds for connection, hugs, talking about how much you love each other, talking about how that when that person leaves, that they're taking kind of your heart is going with them, and that even though you're going to be separated, they still matter to you and that they're still in your heart. We do this naturally when things are going really well with attachment. But it might be something if there's if your attachment relationship is sort of stressed, or if you're looking for a way to try to help somebody know that they are important to you and help them to feel more loved and feel more connected. This would be a cool way of doing it. When they go, before they go, or when you leave, connect with everybody. So before I go to work every single day, and my kids probably in some part think Dad's weird, but at the same time, I don't think it would be okay at this point. They wouldn't feel good about it. Excuse me, if I skip this. Before I go to work every day, I go to each one of them, and I look each one of them in the eye, get down on the level of each one of them, including my wife, but every one of my kids, and even my dogs, which is hard for me, because I really miss them, and I'm really worried about them, but because of how important they are to me. But I go to each one of them, and I tell each one of them how much I love them, that I'll be thinking of them all day, that they go with me in my heart and I take them with me, and that their importance to me doesn't end when I pull out of the driveway, and that they're in my heart. And even to the degree when I can, I'll like, sometimes my kids have sent like little toys with me to work, and I'll put it on my desk next to me while I'm working on the computer or something, and then I'll just take a quick shot of it and text that to my wife, and just a way of showing them that they're still active inside of my heart. And then reunions. When I come home, I go to each one of them and I reconnect with each one of them. I pull each one of them close. I give each one of them a hug. I tell them each how much I miss them. I check in with them of how was their day, how are they doing, and I let them know again that I loved them and I missed them, and then I'm glad to see them again. It's a way, separation and reunions there's something that is pretty powerful, that it's like a transaction that happens inside of ourselves during those moments. It's almost like a moment of like assessment. We're kind of figuring out what we are to each other in those moments, and as we figure out what we are to each other, we're also kind of figuring out what we are to ourselves. So the separation and the reunion are this like enactment. It's like a practice or like a small picture of, do I matter to you? So when you go to work, you just walk out, get in the car and drive away, and you haven't really connected with people. There's this sense of like, oh, they're gone now, and I didn't even connect with them before they left, and it can leave sort of an impact. And don't worry, it's not like it's going to wreck your kids or it's going to wreck your relationships, but it's sort of like it's a small picture of the bigger picture. So what you want to do in attachment is you want to work on establishing the bigger picture within the small picture, letting people see what you mean to them on a regular basis. So as you separate, there's a sense of going away from each other physically, but remaining in each other's hearts, which communicates to yourself, to your sense of self, that you have value, that you're worth taking with me, and that value doesn't leave just because we're out of each other's presence. And the reunion does a different version of that too. So it's a cool way of showing love for each other, which helps us bond. And at the end of the day, I've been more and more struck with that being about the only thing that really matters. It's just love. Is the love that we have for each other, the love between us, the love within us. As a counselor, the more and more that I do this, the more and more I study psychology, and I study human nature, and I study what makes us tick. I find love to be the only thing that really makes a difference, the thing that changes the most, the thing that has the most power, the thing that most often my clients are the most desperate for. And the reason for that is not because they're in therapy and they're clients. As those of you that are watching, I don't mean that as a sort of a less than. The reason that you feel that way is because you're human. And that's what it means to be human. Love is at the center of all of our needs, and attachment is an expression of that. Attachment is an embodiment of what love does within us, and how we then respond to love within us when we can securely attach and we can securely connect. So love is the very, very best. And I don't know about you, but it sure seems like when we take a look at the news, when we take a look at what's going on around us, we could use a lot more of it. So I vote for that. I'm a part of that. That's what Deep Space is all about, sharing the love and spreading it and talking about ways that we can love each other better, because ultimately that's what's going to help us the most. This deep space that this is all about, at the center of all of it is love, and a need for love and a craving for love. So when you separate from somebody and you're going to be distant and you're not going to be seeing them for a bit, communicate the love that you have for them that will go with you and will transcend the distance, that will be beyond the time apart. And then when you return, reconnect, show that love at that point. I guess the whole point of all of this is to say that love is the most important thing that there is. Attachment is a way of studying it. And what we find when we study it is that in separations and reunions is a great chance to share it. And particularly, to use a business term, like high leverage opportunity for sharing love. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling about that. I love you guys. So many of you, those of you that have been so kind to me about this and about joining with me in this and talking about this being a cool thing, that is a way of loving me, and that's really kind of you, and your support in that has just been really cool, and it means a lot. I love you. I love you all dearly, and yeah, so we're going to keep doing it. So check back, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm trying to make about a video a week. Sorry, this one's a day late, but Josh, couldn't come on the normal day, so day or two, hopefully he can come tomorrow. But anyway, more videos are coming. We're going to make about a video a week, and those are for you to share the love and to find a place where you are loved. If there's any way that I can be helpful to you, if there's anything you'd like to hear me talking about, you guys can comment about that. Like, I feel like our commenters, our comment section is sort of like, we've got some shy people or something. Feel free, jump in, talk about your separation and reunion rituals. If there's a part of this that I've missed, and fill me in on, fill out the rest of the picture. This is just one side of all of this. So fill out the rest of the picture. Join in. I'm in those comments too. I'd love to connect with you that way. And subscribe for more videos. So again, love to all of you. You're in my heart as I go. I will take you with me. And when I come back, it will be really good to see you again. And I will tell you again, hi, my name is Ben. This is Deep Space. I'm a licensed Ben, and we'll go through it. And it's probably not the greatest reunion ritual, but when I see you in real life, I hope you know that I'm coming for you. I'm going to get a hug from each one of you and let you know that I love you. So thanks for watching this with me. Thanks for being with me, guys. All the best, and I will see you next time.